Hi guys, thanks for stopping by my channel and welcome to day 3 of Sparkmas, where I'm gonna teach you how to make this cute little candy garland. Let's go get started. So what you are going to need is however many different fabrics you want and the colors you want. You can use scraps for this. This is great for scraps. A hot glue gun with hot glue, some type of string that could be yarn, ribbon, jute. You will need a longer strand for the actual garland part, and then smaller strands for the candy pieces. So it really depends on what you would like to do. Also, I am going to be using pinking shears, which that kind of gives like the candy edge. You might not have pinking shears. Scissors are okay. You just might get some fraying with your fabric. And then you're also going to need some kind of stuffing. This could be this paper packaging that was from one of my orders. It can be bubble wrap or even scrap fabric that you don't plan on using. And for a bonus, you can also use beads in between this, paint them, keep them plain, do whatever you want, whatever style you want. And that's all you're gonna need. Let's get started. So for your first step, you're going to want to do one string that is gonna go the length of whatever you're doing. So if you're gonna put it on your mantle, you're gonna want it at least that long, if not a little longer. I'm doing these on my bookshelf and I'm gonna do a couple of them. So that's why I have a bunch here. So you're just going to cut that and then put that aside for just a hot second. Now you are going to pre-cut a bunch of the little ties at the end. So I would say do about whatever's easy to tie for you. I would say about 5-6 inches. If you don't care about wasting, like this is just acrylic yarn, if you don't care about wasting a bunch, then cut them as long as you want to make it easiest for you. If you don't want to cut a ton of extra, just wait until the next step. But I'm going to pre-cut all of these just because, like I said, I'm not too worried. And you're only going to cut as many as you think you'll need for candies. You'll have 2 for each candy, but you can always cut more if you need to. Next, you're going to cut out a square in whatever size you want. If you want really little candies, I would do 4x4 as the smallest. If you want bigger candies, I would do maybe 6-7 inches. Or if you want to do all different sizes, I think that'd be super cute. Or, you know, if you don't care the size and you just want to eyeball it like I'm about to do, you can just do that as well, because this doesn't have to be super perfect. So I'm just going to cut a square, or close enough to a square. I do have my little grid here, so that does help me figure out the size of things. So it is about 6 inches. Like I said, I'm just eyeballing this. So what we're going to do is roll this around, stuff it, and glue it. So whatever you feel like is the size you want. Does not have to be perfect. You can make it perfect if you like. I know my mom is, if she's watching this, she'll be cringy. She will not like this. And then once you have your square, like you can see, this is very imperfect. So if you're an imperfect crafter, this is a craft for you. You are then going to put your long string in the center, and then you're going to grab some of your filling and squish it down to the size you want. Then all you're going to do is wrap this around and grab your hot glue gun and just do a dollop to hold it in place. So you're going to want to hold it for a hot minute so the glue can dry, especially if you have a high temp glue gun like I do. It's going to take a little bit longer for it to stay. You don't have to hot glue it, I just think it helps. And then you are going to tie your sides. I promise this is way easier than I'm making it. Look, I'm just trying to do this with a phone in my face. And I would double knot it, flip it over, and tie the knot again. So this length was a good length for me, for the short ends. And then you're going to do the other side. And if you don't like how long this is, if you want it to be shorter, this is where you can just squish it, kind of push your side in a little bit more. These are very forgiving. And this is where if you don't hot glue it, you can undo it if you don't like it. So it's definitely an optional step. Scoosh it over, and you got a little candy. So this is lighter fabric, so you can really see how you can kind of see through. I'm really not worried. And you can tie it as much as you want, and then trim the edges. You can hot glue them if you want, if you're worried about them coming undone. Extra security. But then you should be able to slide this around if you would like. Now this is where if you would like a bead next, you would put a bead on your string and then do your next candy. I am not going to do that. And then you're just going to go. Nah, that's really all it is. So let's cut out the rest of these and make these. This is where I had the epiphany that if you fold it diagonally, you can get a lot more accurate square. And so I did that. Also, I found out when you have like a strip like this already, and then you fold it diagonally, it goes so much faster. Things you learn as you go. But hey, that's the part of crafting and learning, and I'm letting you guys know so you learn from my lessons. So I got my first garland almost done. All I have to do is trim up all of these ends, but I did want to point something out. So these ones are the ones that I use the paper in, and you can kind of see they're kind of squishy. These ones I ended up using bubble wrap, and I think they look so much better. So if you do have bubble wrap, do that. If you only have paper, I really don't think like far away it makes that big of a difference, but close up, I think it does. But use what you have. This is supposed to be like an easy, fun craft. Don't go out and buy a bunch of stuff for it. But let's finish this up and hang it up. I think this turned out so cute for my Sam's Sweet Shop vibe I'm going for my resin room. I absolutely love it. If you haven't liked and commented this video yet, please do so. If you don't know what to comment, tell me what your favorite candy is, or leave a candy emoji so that I know you watch all the way to the end. Also, if you do this project yourself, please tag me, a Sparkasam, on all social media platforms because I would love to see what you did. As you can see, I even added some onto my Honey Dukes inspired Christmas tree. I love it. Thank you guys. I hope to see you next time. Bye!